Welcome back, subscribers and new viewers, young and old. This is Really Rye Guy, and of course, let's get this going with our comic book reviews. This is for the previous week, which is September, like, 1st or 5th. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we're going to have a bunch of reviews coming your way. I actually have a couple of surprise movie reviews coming up. One of them was actually unexpected. Not expect to see this movie, but I saw it. Those will be coming your way soon, next couple of days. So without further ado, let's get on with the comic book reviews. Doctor Strange, Prelude number 2. Man, I can't wait for the upcoming movie. And does this quench my thirst until November? No, not really. The quest for the Arrow of Light, that's really all this book is about. It's cool to see the ancient one, as they call it, the master at work. The artwork is actually really impressive. That's one thing going for it. But it's the only thing going for is the fact that it is a Prelude comic. So you're like, oh, I can't wait for the Doctor Strange movie. So hopefully the movie has a better story, which I can only assume that it will. But then again, it was just a little bit above average. So for this comic, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. If you really can't wait for the movie, then I guess get it. But if you can wait till November, then by all means, you might as well just wait till November. All new, all different Avengers number 14. A Civil War II tie-in? This should be interesting. And it's not. Not at all. I like the all-new Wasp, but maybe it's just me, but I'm just not feeling that connection right away with her character. It's funny how the old Wasp meets her, and then after, not even 6 hours, they already have, this stepmother-daughter dynamic that's where the heck did this come from? This comes out like thin air to, let's be best buddies. It's kind of cool watching the all-new Wasp work in her secret workshop inside her necklace, because she can go down to the size of a molecule. Try to follow that. But anyway, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10, which is a little bit above average. Hopefully Mark Waid can give us some better writing in the upcoming issues. We'll find out. Batman number 6. Gotham Girl goes wacko after killing her brother from the last issue. She even shaves her head and gives me this horror movie vibe that just really freaked me out. If you start this comic off, you're thinking I had to go back to the cover page and be like, I am reading Batman, right? Is this a Tim Burton-esque kind of written comic? What are you doing, Tom King? One thing definitely to keep in track of is how many times Batman says, I know. I know. We have to help her, Batman. I know. But shouldn't we do something else, Batman? I know. I miss her, Batman. I know. I know. How many times is he going to say that freaking phrase over and over again? And by the way, Kite Man definitely needs to be added to the gallery of rogues. Overall, I give this a 7 out of 10. It is a really decent comic and definitely has a great ending. Cyborg Rebirth number 1. I have to be honest, I like the backstory with Victor Stone and his family. It shows how he became Cyborg. Now, honestly, if you've ever seen a Justice League Unlimited or Justice League short from the animated series, any of those episodes, you pretty much can catch on to how he became Cyborg, or even Teen Titans for that matter. But, it is interesting seeing this in the comic book perspective. Malware, the villain, is boring. It's more like a virus for the comic itself besides a virus for the actual, protagonist. But it is kind of cool to see Dr. Stone, his father, log about the internal question, is this machine I create still my son, or is he just another thing imitating the likeness of my son, and my son really is dead? I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. It was an average comic at best. Justice League number 4. Man, oh man, it's like Journey to the Center of the Earth meets Superman, but not really as interesting as that sounds. Not interesting at all. The story is really going at a limp pace right now, and I really miss Jeff Johns. Oh boy, why do you have to go become chief, and commander-in-chief, that's even a position, for DC Comics, overseeing all the creative stuff for them. But the conclusion is as underwhelming as it is. I don't know. These villains are, basically trying to take over the world again, and they're trying to become one, and Wonder Woman's trying to figure that out, and Flash is pretty much doing all the heavy lifting. It's just this comic can go in better directions right now. We need villains that are just a little bit more interesting, in my opinion. I'm going to give this a 5 out of 10. It was just average. Nightwing number 4. Attack Inside the Labyrinth. The Yoda joke, actually, in the beginning of the story was pretty funny. I actually admit the story is surprisingly good. It's really great, of course, to see Nightwing back in his blue outfit. I know I've said this so many times, and you're probably like, we know, Ryan, you're happy Nightwing's back. But man, I don't care. I'm happy Nightwing's back. The whole Batman Nightwing drama, though, seems very forced. I mean, can't we all just get along? They always seem to have to, one-up each other intellectually. Or, there's never a, hey, good to see you again. Oh, hey, Nightwing, good to see you too. No, it's always an argument. And in the end, of course, you find out Raptor's up to no good. He's a bad guy in disguise. Shocker. I kind of saw that coming from, issue 2. So, but overall, I give this an 8 out of 10. I really like the Nightwing series. Star Wars Poe Dameron, number 6. It's okay. I mean, here we are, the 6th issue in this series. I mean, you think about it. This is going to take place right before Force Awakens and, after Return of the Jedi. With Poe Dameron, though, looking for Lor San Tekka, which pretty much is the beginning of Star Wars Episode 7, this comic feels like it's not going to go that far. It really has a limited space it's going to run. So I don't know how much farther this ongoing series is going to go. But, I mean, it's a step up from the last issue. The T-Rex versus Poe Dameron matchup is very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing that in upcoming issues. It's just, given the circumstances right now, I'm intrigued to see how long they can drag this ongoing series for. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It was definitely an okay comic. It's Star Wars. Superman number 6. Hell yeah. This is the culmination of the new Superman series, and it feels so good to have Superman back. I mean it. This is after reading Action Comics and, the New 52 Superman, this is just, it's been dragging on and on about a Superman that's dour, he's down on his luck, he doesn't do Superman-ish things. But in this comic, he reveals himself to the world in the most awesome way possible, which has huge nods to past issues, and I'm telling you, man, it's awesome to see Krypto come to the rescue at the end. That's what I'm talking about. Now, a Superboy reveal at the end was all too obvious. Duh. Of course, his son's gonna be Superboy. He's like, let me introduce you to Superboy. He was Superboy? But I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. It's a really awesome.